works here: motivation, meditation, inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. Hopefully we can go ahead and get some energy readings going on here. Let's go ahead and get this focus going. I just took a break, getting back online, getting into that mentality, getting into that ability. Enjoy it. If you guys could hit up Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What kind of challenges are you facing off against? What kind of place do you want to go? Each of us are going to have challenges on a daily. Each of us are going to have things that we're going to have to look at. And so, what are those challenges? What are the greatest challenges? And what can you do to make it through them? So, what place are you in life? Where are you? What types of things are you going through? Let's go ahead and take a look at the most common things that people search for. The questions at the right time spark the right answers that change your life. Now, the 21 most important questions of your life by Darius Forax. Okay. Am I happy? Am I grateful? Do I like my job? Do I feel good? Do I spend enough time on my education? I think that's a very important thing, spending time on ourselves, spending time on our ability. Productivity. All the above things sound great, right? But they are nothing without execution. Blessings, blessings. We are doing energy readings. We're talking about mentality. We're putting ourselves in that place. You are welcome to call in. I do over the air energy readings on multiple platforms. So you're welcome to call in. And we can definitely do an energy reading for you. Go ahead and offer an invite there. Normally I've been doing probably about 7 energy readings a day, and I've been doing this for about nearly a decade. So a lot of people ask those types of questions. Go ahead and get a couple of different people on here, get a live active chat going on. So if you are looking to get an energy reading today, right now, that is this time, that is what we're looking at. Those people that are trying to reach out, you can reach out on Facebook Messenger, you can reach out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, just about almost every network I have online. And so a lot of people ask the question, how do we get into it? How do we get to that place where we use that kind of energy? How does it get to the place where you're using your challenges, where what you have inside becomes greater than what's going on the outside? I just want to pretty much devote this time to explaining how energy reading works, how we can use it to our advantage, how we can use the energy inside of ourselves to understand ourselves, what it means to be able to read energy, and how we can use energy and how we can understand energy in other people. Now, energy is a very important thing. The thing about energy to understand is each of us have a different type of energy. We all have similarity, and we all have challenges at the same time. So understanding ourselves is what really matters. So when we are reading energy, or we're a part of energy, which we all are, it comes from our own participation to be ourselves. It comes from our place to understand ourselves to be who we are on the inside. And so how energy flows, there's a lot of different combinations of energy. There's a lot of people out there. A lot of people like to call it an aura. That is the main energy dominance inside of your body. The thing that radiates outwards, that's what they call. But it's a lot more in depth than just that. It's an understanding of how the energy inside one flows, what strengths they have, what weaknesses they have. That is what an energy reading is. It's actually for you. It actually works in your benefit to understand your own energy. And so as we put ourselves in a place where we're utilizing that energy, as we work with our strengths and we use our ability to overcome the weaknesses in our energy inside of our human being, they help us to grow. The light and the understanding inside of ourselves starts to grow as well. And so when people ask what a energy reading is, it's really you understanding yourself. The people that read energy have been working with energy for a very long time. And so when you're looking to get your energy read, realize that they're only trying to help you. They're only trying to help you to get to the place where you see it for yourself, where you see your own strengths inside of yourself, where the positivity and the energy inside of yourself starts to flow. And so it's inside of the mentality that we all have, that we have the ability to understand ourselves. It's inside of the mentality that we have to get down to the point where we understand what's going on inside of ourselves. And so each individual has very special energy. Each individual has a place inside of themselves. So I'm going to be spending the next hour or so working with energy readings, working with people that are searching out energy readings and those people that are welcome to call in and get their energy read. And so what happens is that when we understand that there are multiple colors of energy, that there are multiple different forms of energy, that the energy that inside of our body literally flows, and that we can utilize that energy inside of who we are, then we utilize that energy to a level. Now, anybody that's wanting to call in, you're welcome to. You can actually get an energy reading done today. And so I'm going to be spending about the next hour working on energy readings. And so how we can utilize the light and to be a light worker in this universe. And so with positivity, you're welcome to call in and set up an energy reading or to set up a private one, which is perfectly fine as well. When people come and normally seek me out, I usually charge about $25 an energy reading. However, since it's during this holiday, I'm giving them away for free. So when we sit down with energy, and we sit down with the person that we are inside, and we sit down with our challenges, and we sit down with our mentality, it's from that ability to be who we are, that ability to be who we are on the inside that radiates light outwards. And so when we focus to that point where we're using our challenges, where we start to overcome our challenges, where we start to get down with who we are, it's going to come down to our own mentality. It's going to come down to our ability to get inside of ourselves. And so the only true battle that we face off against is inside of ourselves. And so when we work through it, when we put ourselves in that kind of a place where we're using what we have inside, where we're focusing to the point where we don't let the things around us affect us, then our mentality has the ability. And so each day that you give yourself that place to where you go to that point to where it doesn't have the ability to affect you, the level of focus that you have inside radiates outwards. And so that is where the foundation is. That is where the ability inside of oneself starts to grow. And so each day that you ask yourself that kind of question, each day that you get to that place inside of yourself where you have what it takes, where you're focused to the point where it's not about somebody else, about you versus you. So as we focus to that place inside of ourselves where we give ourselves that kind of time, where we sit down with our mentality, where we sit down with our ability to be who we are, the reflection starts to radiate outwards. The reflection inside of ourselves starts to become light. And so a lot of people like to call understanding inner light. And so when you see it for yourself, when you focus to that place inside of you, where you're utilizing what you do have, where you're utilizing your challenges, where you're utilizing your mentality, where you're focusing past your own challenges, is the ability to get to where you want to be. And so I'm going to be working this next hour on energy readings. So anybody that's looking for an energy reading is welcome to call in. There are times I read about three. I have done 7 energy readings before in 1 hour. So, what do I find is important about meditation? What is it that we do that brings out that part inside of ourselves? Why do I enjoy meditation so much? What is it about meditation? And the thing is to be able to just simply be yourself. It's to simply be who you are. It's to simply be who you are on the inside, and to use that part of you, to use that part of your energy, to use your challenges to be able to overcome them. And so the way in which I use meditation on a daily is the whole being. It's the whole person. It's the challenges that we face off against. It's the reflection that we focus to that point where we have what it takes. And so a lot of times we find that there are people out there that aren't searching for themselves. They're always searching for the new best thing. They're not searching inside of themselves for who they already are. And so that's the questions that we have to start asking ourselves. Who are you? What is it that makes you you? What is it that you do every day that brings out the light inside of you? And so as we allow ourselves that kind of a place where we focus to overcome our challenges to that depth, we will start to see that what we have is worth it. And so each day that we do that for ourselves, and that we give ourselves that place to be who you are on the inside, is the ability to understand that your energy has a purpose. And as you read you read into the understanding of yourself, you're going to start to want to work with your breaths. You're going to want to start to work with the things inside of you, the person inside of you, the mentality inside of you. And so each day we will have challenges. Each day we will have things that are going to work for us, and we will have things that are going to work against us. It's going to be up to you to start to want that for yourself. It's going to be up to you to want that inside of you. It's going to be you who's got to want it for you. And so it's the tools are already inside. They're already there. They already ask you if you can do it. They ask you if you want it for you. And so are we on that page with ourselves where we give ourselves that kind of permission to be who we are on the inside? And that's very key to understanding yourself. That's very key to understanding meditation. It's very key to understanding that a level of focus will help you to get inside of yourself. It's with an understanding of focus that you will overcome your own challenges. It's with an understanding of focus that you will get to the place inside of you where you have what it takes, where what you're facing off against is not greater than who you are on the inside. And a lot of us, we have physical pain. We feel things in our joints, and we feel things in our bones. And it's till we start to understand our energy that we start to use it. And sometimes people use the ability to walk. We have the ability to exercise. We have the ability to sing. And so as we use what we have, inside, as we use our mentality to the place where our abilities start to come out, as we use our mentality to the place where we start to radiate light outwards, people start to notice your energy. They start to see you as that type of person. They start to see your energy starting to flow. And that is the purpose of an energy reading, is for you to understand that so that you can work with it. It's so that you can start to get to the place where you have things written down and you start to achieve them with your energy, with your being. And so that is why energy is so important, because energy is a reflection outwards and that people call emotion. So as we understand the energy inside of ourselves, we understand the connection to where the emotion comes from. We understand the connection to where the being comes from, the human being, Think about the fact that you are a human being. The word itself is presence. It's you. It's your purpose. It's your energy. It's your understanding of yourself that matters. It's your understanding of your place inside of you, that your energy can flow, that your being can light up in the universe. And so we have seen those people light up in the universe from their level of focus. We have all seen people who are a reflection of focus as motivation. You know, you might think of your favorite singer, you might think of your favorite painting, your favorite artist. And inside of that place, we find ourselves. And so we find our ability to understand our energy. We find our ability to understand our own challenges, our own level of focus, our own being. And it's not versus somebody else. It's about you versus you. It's about you and your mentality. It's about you and your ability. It's going to be when you're willing to do that for you. And so, are we giving ourselves that kind of a place? Are we getting to that kind of a challenge to where we give ourselves permission to be who we are? And so, each day that we do that, we sit down inside of that kind of mentality. We have an able ability inside of ourselves to apply positivity to our lives. Each day that you sit down into that place where positivity starts to come out of you, when you start to allow positivity to come out of you, the challenges that you face off against, you start to overcome. And so, are you asking yourself this type of question? Are you getting to that place inside of you where you have what it takes to be you? And so, are we on that page with each other? Are you on that page with me? Are you going through those kinds of challenges for yourself where you focus and you go to that place inside of yourself where your mentality lays, where your ability for you to be yourself is inside of you? And so, focus to that place where your energy flows. I just want to say blessings